NFL Week 1 is officially wrapped up. And if you took the Ravens or the Bears, I feel sorry for you, and you might want to second guess what you're doing with your money on these sports books. But luckily, we had the Vikings, we had the Bills, we had a successful Week 1 in the NFL, and we're rolling hot right into the week. We're going to start off this week Tuesday, September 9th, with a nice win in the MLB. And in this video, I'm going to give you my favorite player props on the day for Tuesday in the MLB. And we're going to follow that up with something I don't normally do, but a long shot parlay in the MLB where I'm going to try to predict every single team that is going to win on Tuesday. So buckle up, listen up, sit tight, and get ready to make some money.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
And before we get rocking and rolling and going over all of these free plays, there's things I need from you that are absolutely free, that support the channel and cost you nothing. Number one, smash that like button. It gets more eyes on, it gets more people cashing with us, and it's a simple, free way to support the channel and help us grow. Number two, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button. I literally drop these free plays every single day. I'm dropping a video in my new house that I just closed on today, not even set up. The only thing I got is a laptop and internet, and that's all we need to cook up these plays. Smash that subscribe button. I never miss a day, even when everything else is in boxes. Number three, for absolutely free, winible.com/ape, because even when there's football on and we're locking in heavy on football, I drop bonus free plays. I drop MLB plays. I'll be dropping basketball plays. I'll be dropping home run plays. I'll be dropping touchdown plays. All of this for free at winible.com/ape. There's also a great Discord over there. So get in there. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing. That's what free means. Get over to winible.com/ape and join the community. Now, what did we do on Monday Night Football? Could have been a lot bigger. I'll be completely honest with you. We sold on the free play. We sold on every single free play in the NFL all weekend long in the player prop department, except for maybe Sunday Night Football. We swept Sunday Night Football. It was absolutely glorious. Easy buckets. Predicted everything correctly for Sunday Night Football, Bills, Ravens. Monday Night Football, almost. We had a couple tough losses. Aaron Jones, it's evident that he is not the RB1. So we did learn a lot. In those losses, I know premium and the free guys, you guys were like, what the fuck? The player props aren't hitting. We still were profitable in premium, but not as at the normal rate that we normally are. It's week one. We're learning. We're gathering the data that we need to be super successful week in and week out. We still had an amazing weekend in premium on the sports books, cashing play after play, because it's super easy to predict who's going to win or going to lose. It's a little bit harder only in week one of who is going to show up. We don't fully know the roster. We can only go off of last year's data. And Aaron Jones was the play on Monday. And Jordan Mason came in, stole his job, rushed better, looked better, and it's evident that Jordan Mason is going to be the clear RB1. Aaron Jones is going to be the more pass-catching running back. Think of like a Bucky Irving, Rashad White correlation there down in Tampa Bay. That's what we're looking at going forward, I believe, in Minnesota. So we gather data. We get knowledge. Don't worry. We're going to get on a run. We're going to be super successful going forward. Week one was almost just a trial run. We're figuring things out, just like all the teams are. But one thing that we don't need to figure out is what's going to happen, who's going to win. We had the Bills. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you on that one. That game was a 50-50. I just like the Bills at home, and I'm always going to back Josh Allen in a game like that, and it paid off. Monday night, we had the Vikings. A lot of people I know took the Bears. The Bears are still going to Bears, okay? I don't care if they got Ben Johnson. Caleb Williams is not a good quarterback. He looked great in the first half, but when the game mattered, he is not a winner. He went to USC and lost a ton of games over there in USC. He did not have a good rookie year. He's not going to have a good sophomore season as well. He's going to have a little bit better of a campaign. His stats are going to look better, but the win-loss column is still going to remain the same. I don't care if he's got Ben Johnson as his play caller. They're still the Chicago Bears. That being said, Minnesota, huge fourth quarter comeback win. As I always predicted, always thought, we had the Vikings money line for the free play in yesterday's video. And one of the freest plays, even though he was not a big factor in this game, was Aaron Jones to score a touchdown. He was like 9 for 9 against the Bears. It was the smart play. It was also smart to take over his rushing yards. It just so happens that Jordan Mason is more involved than we thought he was going to be, which, like I said, we learn, we grow, we prosper. Week 2, we are going to absolutely destroy the books. We have so much data and insight that we have gathered over this weekend. The player prop parlays are not going to know what hits them. We had still some decent plays, like this one right here that we locked in on Dabble. We had Caleb Williams over in the first quarter. He cashed. We had McCarthy under for rushing yards. That cashed. Jordan Mason blew this play up with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. That shit, it's going to happen sometimes. It was heartbreaking. I was screaming at the television. Jordan Mason hadn't played it down until those final 30 seconds, and then in his only 2 rushes in the first quarter, he went over this line. Like I said, I completely admit it. Something I like to do, being absolutely transparent with you guys. Jordan Mason was not on my radar to take that many touches away from Aaron Jones. Now we know. Now we grow. Now we cash out in week 2. But we have baseball this week in the meantime to hold us over until Thursday Night Football. And if you want to get in before it is completely sold out once again, the football full season pass is 75% off with code Henry, Henry. Why is that the code? Because Derrick Henry cashed us out on so many plays yesterday. It felt only right to celebrate in that manner. Now, you also have a ton of other options like the monthly pass and the yearly pass and the weekly pass, the Saturday pass, which this week and this week only, last week I'm going to do this. Saturday will be plays from Thursday all the way until Monday. Go grab that pass and you can cash out with us. I'll be dropping promos and discounts as well throughout the week. Maybe we'll see what I do. But if you want to get in there, winible.com/shape, because sometimes I do discount codes. If those are a little bit out of your price range, I get it, but you get what you pay for. So you might go to another guy and pay him $25, but you're going to get nothing but losers. You come over here and you are going to cash out. Now, let's get into these player prop plays that I cooked up for you guys in the MLB on Tuesday. And first, we're going with Kyle Schwarber, and you're going to look at the screen and you're going to say, what are you doing? You're out of your mind. Am I? We're taking Kyle Schwarber here over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Like I said, you look at his screen, he's only done this in 3 out of 10. He's been having a horrible run. I think that's going to turn around on Tuesday. He's 54% against the Mets. He just had a bad game on Monday versus them, and he gets a great matchup on the mound on Tuesday with Mania on the mound for the Mets, which he's 2 for 9 with a .250 batting average, 1 home run, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, which is great data for this prop. We want hits, runs, and RBIs, and I think he can do that in this game with 1 swing of the bat. That is why Kyle Schwarber is also going to be my favorite player to hit a home run on Tuesday. So lock this one in over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He is batting a .246 against left-handed pitchers, 50 hits, 33 runs scored, and 42 RBIs. And against left-handed batters, Mania does a little bit better in the ERA, in the batting average allowed department, with a 3.60 ERA, a .250 batting average. And I just told you, I think Schwarber is going to hit a home run on Tuesday. And if you notice here, 0.0 home runs given up per 9 innings to left-handed batters. That changes on Tuesday. All the data is telling us no, but I'm telling you yes. Kyle Schwarber over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And we're correlating that with Bryce Harper over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Now on the screen it says under. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to say over because we think that he's going to get on. Schwarber is going to get on. They're going to knock each other in. They're going to be runs scored all around. They're all going to cash this out at once together. That's why it's correlated 61% of the time against the Mets. Now, I get it. This graph does not look good at all. 4 of his last 10, he's gone under this line. 0 against the Mets on Monday. I think he's going to bounce back. He's 5 for 12, betting a 4.17 against Mania, 1 home run, 1 RBI. Again, another guy that I think he could easily do this with one swing of the bat. But I'm backing Schwarber in this one versus Harper. I do think one of them gets a home run. If you want to lock them in both straight separately, I completely understand that. That would be a great move for you to do. Now, Bryce Harper against left-handed pitchers, 272 batting average, 49 hits, 24 runs scored, and 27 RBIs. We already know Mania does a little bit better against the lefties, but we don't care because these lefties aren't normal lefties. It's Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber's probably going to win MVP. Bryce Harper's right up there with him. The Phillies are going to have a great game against the Mets. I think there's going to be runs scored all around, and we're banking on Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper to get it done for us on Tuesday, and I fully think that they do. We have one more guy that we're locking in to round out this 3-man player prop play. And it's coming in the same game. That's right. We have a single game parlay. We're taking Juan Soto over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Now, his data screams take me. 8 of his last 10. Now, he's only 46% against the Phillies, but that's all right. We don't mind that at all. He had a bad game against them on Monday as well, going 0 on the board. He's also 0 for 12 against Ranger Suarez with only 1 RBI. That's absolutely insane, but we don't care. He's going to bounce back against him on Tuesday. He's going to get his first hit against his pitcher, finally clearing. I mean, do we really think Juan Soto is going to go 0 for 15 against any pitcher in the league? No. So that is really what I'm backing on. Him to get a hit against Ranger Suarez, knock one of his guys in. He's betting at 241 against left-handed pitchers, and Suarez does do rather well against left-handed batters. He's got a 1.95 ERA, 202 batting average allowed, only 0.3 runs scored. Or home runs per 9 innings. I don't think Soto's going to hit a home run by any means, but I do think he gets on, and I think somebody knocks him in. That's right. I think he's going to score a run versus getting an RBI. Now, he could easily get an RBI. He could easily get a hit, and then in another at-bat, get a sac fly, maybe something like that. Completely feasible. We have tons of options with this one, and I love Juan Soto over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And if you're going to lock this one in on any app at all, I highly recommend Better. It's a nice 3.5x payout, and if you use code FFAPE, you get a free $10, a $200 deposit match. And on top of all of that, I'm going to give you a free week of premium plays for week 2 in the NFL and college football. It's going to be absolutely monstrous, and you can get it for absolutely free just by signing with code FFAPE, depositing $10. You'll get a free $10, and they'll also give you another $10 because they're doing a deposit match. Now, if I were you, I'd deposit the whole $200, get your free $10, and then get a whole another $200 deposit match. On top of that, you'll get a bunch of free squares, free shit, discounted codes. It'll be huge, and a free week of premium to cash out all weekend long. So lock in on Better with code FFAPE. Send me the screenshot, send me the proof, and I'll hook you up with a free week of VIP. And here is the MLB long shot parlay where I'm going to try to pick every single winner on Tuesday. Now, if you were smart, you'd probably pair these up, maybe take a couple straight, and then lock this in just for $1. This 12-leg parlay, $1 for $671. You can't tell me that you've spent $1 on anything that could make you $671, except for maybe the Powerball. But have you ever won that? No. This has a chance of winning. We're taking the Baltimore Orioles here to beat the Pittsburgh Pirates at home. Then on the road, we're taking the Nationals to upset the Marlins. On the road, give me the Nationals all day long. Then we got the Guardians at home versus the Royals in what I think will be a tight game, but we're going to edge it out to the home favorites. We're taking the Guardians there. And then we just went over the Phillies-Mets game. I think Ranger Suarez is the better pitcher here. Mania, he's got some good stuff, but he's been struggling. Phillies, we're taking them at home on Tuesday. Then we have the New York Yankees at home against the Tigers in what could be a very tight game as well. But the Yankees bats have been a little bit hot lately. Tigers are still a very good team. This is a coin flip game for me, but I'm going to edge it out to the home favorites. And then we're taking the Chicago Cubs in what could also be another coin flip game. But the Braves, they've sucked all year. They've gotten hot here and there. We're going to go with Chicago in this one. And then we got the Angels, the home underdogs against the Twins, a team that is not good at all. I don't know why they're the favorites, so we're going to edge it out. We're taking the home dogs, Give me the Angels all day long. Then we got the Padres. That one seems like an easy bucket winner. So does the Mariners. We're not thinking twice about that. Then we got Robbie Ray on the mound for the Giants against Gallen on the Diamondbacks, who is not a good pitcher at all. Give me Robbie Ray. Give me the Giants at home. Then we got the Red Sox versus the Athletics. Athletics have great bats. They are an extremely tough team. But we're going to take the Red Sox here with May on the mound. Give me the Red Sox. And then, of course, rounding it out, we're taking the Dodgers over the worst team in baseball every day of the week, no matter what. I don't care if the Rockies get hot. We're still going to take the Dodgers against them. It's September. Everybody's trying to get on the right path for October leading into the playoffs. That is the 12-team MLB parlay in baseball for Tuesday. So $1 to $6.71. Pair them up. Leave out the ones you don't like. Fade it if you hate it. Lock it in if you love it. $1 to $671. And if this hits and if we get 200 likes, one of you in the comments will get all $671 just for smashing that like button and commenting. That's all I got from you guys. I'm super tired. I've been moving all day. The baby kept me up all night last night. Thank you guys for tuning in. I had to get a video out to you guys. I try my hardest not to ever miss a day. Let's lock in. Let's cash out on Tuesday. Let's roll through this week, get to Thursday Night Football, and really turn up the heat. Thank you guys so much for all your time. I'll see you in the next free play video because I drop these every single